Howdy, y'all. Hope you're doing well. It is 41 degrees in Franklin, Tennessee right now. It's 9:30 in the morning, or almost 9:30 in the morning. We are ramping up for a gnarly winter storm. I've seen some numbers that are like 20 inches of snow in Franklin, in Nashville, which would be, that would be wild if that were true. We'll see. I have not done a like rig rundown in a long time. Like a designated, like here's me like talking about the board, pedals, decisions, whatever. I haven't done, it's been a year. I just got this guy, this new travel rig, in a few nights ago, and I love it. I absolutely am head over heels in love with it. This is the fly rig, or flyable rig. For those of y'all that have never flown before with gear, it's like a thing. It's actually like a huge problem. There's compromises that you kind of have to make with sizing, cases, weight, like literally just the size of the case itself can be an issue. So you're limited to like what you can check without any fees. And I have a huge bone to pick with freaking Southwest. I'm looking at you, Southwest. I'm mad at you. I have been for a long time. Like if it's over 50 pounds or if it's like oversized at all, it's like $200 just like that. It's crazy. So like $200 per flight. No thanks. My big board back here is well beyond any limit. It's unflyable. And I just refuse to fly with it. So the goal with having a flyable rig is to basically not have any compromises. And personally, like I really do hate flying. I'm really not a fan. I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy fly dates all that much. It's just the schedule, whatever. So the whole intention behind like designing a flyable rig is I want to get it, all of my sound. Power just went out. The power just went out. Whoa, babe, come here.
How did it go out?
The power just went out, dude. That's crazy.
I'm gonna go flip the breakers and see what's going on.
Yeah, we should do that. Be right back. And we're back. That's crazy. Could just like start over and like pretend like that didn't happen, but I'm 100% keeping it in. So that's fun. This is the second iteration of this board as well. So the first one, I just didn't end up loving like the workflow of it. And I was getting super annoyed with the microcosm, just to be honest. Super annoyed. It's like, I want to have like a good amount of like, you need that stuff for like, you need those sounds. And I just wanted them to react, and they just, they react slow. You can get them to go a little faster, but microcosm just kind of, Honey Badger doesn't care, kind of does what it wants. Moving some things around, trying different pedals on the big board, like the Ecosystem and the Mercury X. I had a Solus Ventus, and then we're just kind of like, it's great. And I was just like, I missed some vibier sounds. First of all, this is all done by Brightside Sound Machine. Good buddy of mine. His name's Dustin. He's the man. There's a DC7 under the board that he like lifted with some like slightly larger feet, I think, and then like drilled somewhere to like feet right here to feed cable through. It's like immaculate. If you want like your board professionally wired, it does make a big difference. It does make a difference. Dustin is absolutely the man. So to start, this Junction box and DI that he makes, the thing that I wanted out of my DI was like 100% transparency. I didn't want any color, any curve, any reaction, any character from the DI. I wanted 100%, whatever is fed through it gets communicated to front of house. There's no curve, nothing. So this DI is literally perfectly flat to like an unreasonably high frequency. It's flat. And the transformers in there feel really firm. They don't cave, like they don't kind of have this like character to them. Like it's like literally just like, that's it. They're very strong feeling, very powerful feeling. So I love this DI. So the junction box is ins. There's also 1/4 inch outs that I have to like kill these two if I want to go to amps. There's a polarity switch, which with Tonex you don't really even need anymore, but it's kind of sick to have for amps. And then XLR out with a ground lift. This thing is amazing. It's amazing. And he's ramping up to work on a bunch of them. So follow Dustin, Brightside Sound Machine, and be on the lookout because this thing is special, man. It's special. That goes into the Atlas IV preamp, which I just like having like an always on thing. Just kind of add a little more sparkle, a little more of like a hair kind of thing. Just cool. Been experimenting with it and I actually really love it. I have one on my big board as well. This is really cool. And then Cali 76. This is like my road worn, like road dog Cali. It's missing knobs. I never turn them off, so they just go under the riser. Then into the ParaEQ. So on the big board, it's ParaEQ, Atlas, Cali. And the reason I swapped it is because I wanted this boost. I wanted without pushing my compressor harder. So this is like after compression and everything. And I use the ParaEQ always on just as some like tone shaping, just to kind of, the words I like to use are like kind of flatten out the frequency of the guitar, kind of remove some boomy lows because I don't want them hitting my drives hard. I don't want all those like unnecessary frequencies hitting my drives because all that stuff is there and it just gets amplified and overdriven and delayed and all that stuff. So I just want to cut some of that stuff out of there. This is just dry signal, nothing on at all, just passing through. Elliott Tone Master, brand new, just got it this week, or last week, and I'm addicted. Elliott Guitars for Life. Sounds awesome. Don't even really need all this junk, but I like it. And then with the always on stuff. That's the always on stuff. One thing I forgot, I always forget stuff, man. I'm ADD, baby. The tuner is hit first. Tuner, Atlas, Cali, and then ParaEQ. The ParaEQ boost is super clean. And there's a lot of headroom. This gets really loud. I'm barely like turning it on. It's just enough to kind of push the amp. And this is before the Thurston drive. So off. Huge. Just a boost, man. See, you don't need a ton of drives, man. Turn the amps up and boost it, and that's all you need. I've been saying that for forever. Thurston drive, this is a Bacardi Boo. This is Apollo Approved, makes it. It's a Bacardi Boo with a boost that they made for Ford Thurston. They don't make this anymore. And I've wanted one for a long time, but I just like could never like pony up and buy one. They're expensive. And now that they're discontinued, they're even more expensive. So I found one for a really good price. I actually think I found it for like less than what he would have sold it for. I think they were like $600 or $650, and I found it for cheaper than that, which is awesome. This thing is so great. I miss having a Bacardi Boo. I haven't had an ODR 1 circuit on my board in a long time, and I just missed it. And this is just like a really awesome, like, good for everything kind of drive. The ODR 1 is such a classic drive pedal. It sounds so good. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of that, like, everything you love about, like, your bass tone, but way better, is kind of what it feels like. So, off. And then there's like a JFET boost in here after the drive, and it sounds huge. I like having just like, it's like just boosts to just push the amps harder. So just the boosts. That alone is really all you need, but like, let's go to ParaBoost and Thurston. Great record, and now with all of it. It's like all the gain you would ever need, and there's plenty of like different options here. So I think what people are gonna say is like, well, you like having a lot of drives on your board, and it's like, well, that's kind of true, but I rocked literally 3 options on my board, like boost, drive, 2 boosts and a drive. I did that for forever. There was even a period of time where it was like 1 boost and a drive. I feel like if you can't get by with just those options, then it's like, you got some work to do. Not saying that to be like tacky or anything, but it's like, it's amazing what you can do by just knowing how to push the amps in a way that like you can clean them up. Because even like, that's still cranking, but like, being able to kind of play dynamically to allow the amps to pop when you want them to, but then sweeten up, and you get this like cool movement. It's very fun. So like, this is all I need. I literally could just do 2 boosts without this and I'd be totally fine. But just to have like a fun colored option, it's really cool, man. So stoked on this section here. Then it's gonna hit the Lehle, which I'm a big Lehle fan. I would love to check out the new Walrus pedal, but it's like just too long. That's okay. The Lehle, I've been on Lehle volume pedals for a long time. They've never failed me. They've never gone out. They're awesome. They're built really, really, really strong. It's good stuff. Then goes to this like Chase Bliss section. I really missed having Mood. I had one for a while. As I've gotten more into like, I guess, tracking and playing and like kind of learning what fits best in a mix kind of thing, and how I like to fit inside of that for like more ambient moments, I didn't really use mood properly. I don't think when I first had it, and now it's like I'm going for like a bit of a darker thing, and just kind of I'm playing with it. I'm having some fun. So this is for just the fun stuff, man. Like I want to be able to throw this, and this is the thing with like Microcosm. It's like when I turned it on, I wanted it to react, and it never would, and it was so frustrating. It was so frustrating, dude. But now it's like mood is extremely reactionary, and getting to play with it. I'm still dialing it in, still got some stuff to do, but like it's pretty sick. So like obviously mood is always listening. Pretty fun. And then Lossy, I feel like people are gonna have a lot of questions about this. Like big thing that I've always done is mess with the tone knob, but I wanted something with like more movement and like more vibe, and something that's like I don't have to like reach down and like roll my tone knob off. I still will, but like just to have this. This like flangery thing to it, which is so sick. It's got a banjo thing too, which is crazy. The verb's awesome. That's kind of fun. And that's probably way beyond what I'll ever use it for. Like that's so beautiful. Kind of keeps that, it keeps the low end a little bit fuller and fatter than the tone knob, which is really fun. Just feels cool. Like, and I can even like tweak this a little bit more, like very interactive pedal. Kind of feels a little like really lo-fi, kind of Mayer a la like Dead and Company kind of vibe. Like really cool pedal, man. Chase Bliss pedal section, then into H90. I've had an H90 on my board for like 2.5 years or something crazy. I love this pedal. And now I've got these like presets that I've dialed in. Algorithms that I've had, but like kind of making them a little vibier. Some vibrato is nice. That is vibrato with sticky tape. It's pretty sick. Micro pitch, same thing. Micro pitch with sticky tape. really cool. And then like a tape chorus thing, it's just using sticky tape for chorus. Great stuff. So having the like I really love modulation, obviously. I love filtering. I love kind of manipulating the sound of the guitar in cool ways. So having a few really sick like modulation options, very exciting for me. Empress Ecosystem. I was using the Brig and the EC1 on the big board, and I was just like not super stoked on them after like putting them through the paces. They sound really cool, but like there was a feel thing that was just really off. And then switching to this was like, let's just give it a shot. And I've just been super happy. The thing I see is like, do you get tripped up without a screen? And I'm like, no, it's fine. It's navigating through the presets is actually really easy. I only have 3 live right now. You can set the range. You can, I think there's like 30 something presets or something. So you can do a bunch of routing stuff. It's cool. I like the dual serial because I always do the like, dotted eighth into eighth. This analog red and tape blue has been really fun. It's just really inspiring. Empress does a really good job. Like you feel thump in the amps. Really great, man. Super happy with it. And then tried and true Mercury X. Had one for a long time. Tried to do other stuff with Solus Ventus. Wasn't having it. I missed it, man. I'm messing with some new stuff here. Delay and reverb are always on, basically, all the time. running into my Tonexes using my captures. This one in particular is an update for Head Coach, which is coming soon. I need to finish the amps. Capture of my matchless HC30 with 112 matchless cab, matchless branded creamback with a MD441, an old one, and a biodynamic M160. So sick. So that's one side. The other side is a Z-Rec captured with the same cab and mic setup. That'll be like a Teddy blend thing. That's coming soon. Really stoked on that. Really stoked on that pairing. It's big, it's fun, it's dynamic, it's I feel like I kind of nailed the high end on these. The high end feels really nice. And it just gets really roary like amps do when you push them really hard. So a lot of fun there. So then that goes back into the Junction box. And then just straight out. Couple little things. Cioks DC7 and DC8 powering all this stuff. Evidence audio plugs and their BlackRock cable. Highly recommend. You're the truest representation of what your guitar to amp will sound like. It is expensive, but it's really good. It's really sturdy and reliable, and it sounds great. I use their instrument cables now. This is the Lyric or Reveal. It's basically the same cable as this. It's just like it's like a more of like an appropriate size for an instrument cable. And I have two more 15 footers that are awesome. So I've been on Evidence cable for about a year now, and I'm obsessed. Highly recommend. If you've got the cash to spend on it, go for it. If not, that's okay. Platform. It's a custom size from Fix. It's 20 inches long by 14 inches wide or whatever. And then tall, I think, is 3-inch riser here, I think. Yep. So all that came from Fix. It's aluminum. It's built like a daggum tank. Big fan. Canvas clock to it's going to H90 and Ecosystem, not to Mood. Just keeping the time nice and loose, which is fun. Everything's too gridded, man. You gotta have some stuff that's like speaking out of time a little bit, but not super like in your face. It's kind of nice. A little PowerCon guy underneath the riser. It's literally just a box that Dustin made. So I plug my power cable. It's not PowerCon, it's the other one. It's like the same thing, but it doesn't like, it's apparently better for your pedals. Like it doesn't, it's basically PowerCon, but a little fancier. I forget what it's called. Yeah, man, that's it. All this is board or guitar, board, DI, extremely transparent, remember. It's very, very clean and powerful. Into console or into my UA Apollo X6. All that's in console right now is an API preamp to bring the level up. Not a significant amount of color in the API. It has a thing, but it's not crazy like the germs are. Into Ocean Wave reverb. And I think the only adjustment that I'll do is just clean up. So that's going to be with Pro Q4 from FabFilter. Maybe a little bit of saturation from Saturn 2, also from FabFilter, and maybe a little bit of compression, and that's it. It's just to kind of bring things up to level and make things a little more pleasant to listen to on its own without affecting the curve of what this actually does sound like. JakeFauberMusic.com/TeddyTones. TeddyTones Instagram with 3 S's, so TEDDYTONESSS, and also Fake Jobber for the personal account. Follow me, keep up with all the stuff that I'm doing. Really excited about this year. Stoked to put this guy through the paces. Also another thing I forgot to say about this. This is, like I said, it's flyable. It's not necessarily like a fly rig. It's flyable. Also plan on using this as like my in-town board. So a lot of times producers will be like, hey, can you come over for a couple hours, knock out some songs? Just a little easier to do it that way. This is literally grab and go. So I just put the lid on the case, made by Safe Cases, by the way. So just lid on this guy, put the guitar, a couple guitars in the mono case, cables, pop out, roll over there. It's easy to do that. I do love having the big board. The only time I really want to bring that out is for like really special stuff. Like if it's a few day session, I don't have to lug it around every day. This is as powerful as that, has all the sounds that I possibly need here. And this one just gets to live at home. So I can just come in here in my studio, plug in, knock out songs. Everything's already ready to go. So, that's kind of a nice little dynamic. So I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you. Hopefully gonna be more active on this whole YouTube thing. Not hopefully, will be. Okay, that's all. God bless. Thank you. Bye.